Today on Love 225, from festivals to big-time food to color consulting, we have covered it all. The Capital Region has lots of color and culture to go around. We'll take a look at some of the best that we got to put to the test. Plus, let's remember some of the guests who left impressions on us and are leaving their mark on the 225. From hats to paintings to textiles and zip lines, you do not want to miss it. And signing off for the last time on Love 225, you'll want to make sure you stick around because I got a lot of love. It's all very real and infinite. And as always, if you don't love Baton Rouge, that's because you don't know Baton Rouge. And if you don't know Baton Rouge, you're about to. I'm Brandy B. Harris. This is Love 225. Now, we first introduced you to Malaika Favorite after it was announced that her artwork would be on display at Disney World for the famed Louisiana princess at Tiana's Place, the latest attraction at Walt Disney World. Now, overcoming obstacles and telling her own story, her artwork speaks for itself. And much like Princess Tiana, Malaika is the princess of paint. When you look at this painting, the Zong Massacre, you see different colors, different textures. You also see the artist's name, Malaika Favorite. We first met the Geismar native in 2023 after Disney announced that her work would be part of Tiana's Bayou adventure at Disneyland and at Magic Kingdom.
Specifically, it was to be about Tiana, but what exactly should we paint? You know, because this is for the entrance to the ride that they're creating for Tiana's Bayou, and they wanted something very colorful, very lively.
Malaika's work at Disney is for their first Black princess, but her work at home is for people.
We're constantly trying to make history look good.
Using her life and experiences to tell very colorful and very vivid stories.
I found my release in art classes. You know, it was so wonderful to be able to create art because it was the pleasure, you know, just having fun.
But she did not find herself in her first art class until high school, when she was one of the first students to integrate schools in Ascension Parish.
So someone from the school board came to our classes and spoke and asked and explained the law and said, who wants to go? And a lot of people, yeah, I want to go. So they said, okay, you have to go home and get permission from your parents. We all went, you know, next day I came back, my daddy said yes, everybody else's parents said no.
Her dad, Amos Favorite, was a well-known Black community leader who fought for civil rights. But even he could not protect her from racism in the classroom.
Teacher was helping me while we were in there going over the lessons, and all of a sudden someone threw dead blackbirds out through the window into the classroom at me. So that, you know, stuff like that. And then like one day I was going to my locker in the hallway, and this was picture taking day, and I had on a new dress, and I felt, you know, I look good, I got my new dress. And all of a sudden, they threw eggs at me, just all over me.
She says despite what she faced at school, it was much harder on her family. Violence against her siblings and bomb threats to their house.
One night, he screamed, he said, Daddy! And we looked out, Daddy ran down the hall, Mommy ran, we all ran down behind Mommy. And there was a cross in the yard, so they burned the cross in our yard. Daddy started shooting buckshots couldn't see who it was or where they were, but he just shot out into the yard. But they had a big cross burning in the yard to scare us. And so after that, Daddy said, well, you still want to go? I said, well, yeah, I'm going.
With other scary incidents and not many friends at school, Malaika found refuge in art.
So I would sit outside on the bench and draw. You know, I would just draw pictures just for the fun of it. So the little kids in first and second grade would come over, oh, you can draw. And they would watch and say, make me one, make me one. So I would draw, you know, lambs and horses and ducks and things for the kids. And they did not understand prejudice.
Thanks to people like her art teacher, famed watercolorist Judy Betts, her passion has not stopped. After graduating from East Ascension in 1967 and LSU in 1971 and 74, she thought she'd be an art teacher. but has found a way to become a renowned painter, muralist, author, poet, and now featured at Disney.
The important thing about art is, for me especially, is that, and I'm not saying every artist should make their art a message. Art should be, you know, something that encourages people. It lifts you up and it makes you feel good. That's my standard feeling about it. But I also feel that it should teach.
Well, when Love 225 returns, just keep on living in that 225 lifestyle, from fashion to zip lines to the smoke. Some fan favorites coming up. And if you're not a fan of these folks yet, no worries, you will be. Stay tuned. Plus, saying farewell. You do not want to miss it. Lots more love to give away. We have all that and more right here on Love 225. Calling all explorers deep in the woods in East Feliciana Parish is an adventure park that you just got to try. So if you are an avid adventurer, you should try the zipline course at Magnolia Ridge Adventure Park. These go from colleagues to friends to sisters and now co-business owners. Three Magnolias and Co has a very special story to share about how their hat business came to be, and introducing the brilliant, beautiful minds behind Three Magnolias and Co, Blake Dantin, Becky Greer, and Casey Mapes. Ladies, thank y'all so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful display. I mean, obviously, you're selling hats.
Right.
You got your wonderful hats on. I absolutely love this story. So I'm gonna start with you, Blake. First, tell me, what exactly is Three Magnolias?
So Three Magnolias is a traveling hat bar that really started as a hobby, and we create hats that are customizable to you. You pick the band, the style, the brand, anything. So it's really what you want in your hat.
And you've got so many different options to choose from. We got actual brands here. I don't think I've ever even seen a brand that small in real life. So tell me, it's a very special story. And immediately when I talked to Blake, I was blown away by the story of how this came to be. And Becky, this is really all kind of surrounded by you.
Yeah, diagnosed with breast cancer a second time in March. My friends wanted to do something for me, because I'm going to lose my hair. So they started looking at things with DIY hats, and there was nothing around us, so they set it up.
And it's not just the hats. It's the fact that y'all were colleagues. You ladies all work in healthcare. Y'all are all nurses. You work full-time jobs. So when your colleague was going through a tough situation, she had the fight of her life, y'all all kind of came together to make this happen. And because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I think that makes it even more special. So Becky, what did you feel from them doing this and then it blossoming so much as it has?
Oh my God, just a lot of love. A lot of love. I just think as friends, you have to fall back on your friends at this time. Diagnosed with breast cancer, any kind of cancer, someone's going to tell you the worst part is the mental part, and you need this. You really need this whenever you're going through that.
Okay, well, I'm not going to put you to work, but I'm going to put you to work, Casey. She's going to make me a hat. They already let me pick out a hat and some of my little features on it. So I'm going to come back to you, Blake. What would be your message to people about your hat company, Three Magnolias, which I love the name, quintessentially Louisiana. Oh, wait, hold on, back up. She has a torch over here. I don't know if y'all can see that. So she's going to make this hat super custom, which I really appreciate. So no hat is like any other. What would be your message to people if they've never seen Three Magnolias before?
Just create something that is unique to you. No one else is going to have this hat, and just make sure your personality comes through in what you wear, and something that you feel comfortable in and feel confident in.
And Becky, of course, like I said, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Everybody knows somebody who has been affected by the disease. And this is your second time fighting that good fight. First, big salute to you. Big salute to you. You are super strong. What would be your message to people about Three Magnolias or even about your own story?
I kind of think it's a lot about friendship. Each of the hat parties we go to, you always have a friend there. And it's just, my takeaway is just do something you love. do something to get your mind off from what you're going through too.
Yeah, be present in the moment, and this
present.
just keeps you creative and present, right? Keeps you here.
That's it. Live for today.
I love that. Folks, you need to get on the books quickly because these ladies stay booked and busy. So we love it. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm going to share all of my beautiful pictures from my brand new custom hat on the Love 225 Instagram and Facebook. Thank y'all so much. When Love 225 returns, are you hungry? We're always hungry over here. And on my last episode, I'm revisiting one of my absolute favorite local eats. We'll remind you why it's so slap your mama good. Plus, one last musical performance before a very teary goodbye. You don't want to miss it. More Love 225 coming up after this. We have had local influencer, Where to Go 225, Jordan Basham, stop by a couple of times. And every time when we ask her, where are some of the places that we have got to try and got to stop by, she always says this one place, Smoke Bayou. It's her absolute favorite. And now Love 225 is going to put it to the test. If y'all could smell what it smells like in this studio right now, Melvin is praise dancing over here behind the camera. Joining me today, the brains behind Smoke Bayou, the genius, the founder, the cook himself, Mr. Calvin Collier. Thank you so much for joining me.
How you doing?
First, we got to bless the spread. We got to address the spread. Tell me what we have here in front of us.
Address the spread. We got smoked brisket right here. I got my loaded potato. It got 5 meats. It's an ultimate potato. It has brisket, rib, chicken, sausage, pulled pork. And it's
pause. Brisket, rib, chicken, sausage, and pulled pork.
And pulled pork.
Keep going.
And we top it with whatever toppings you would like it topped with: cheese, green onions, purple onions, jalapenos, and then we'll squirt a little barbecue sauce on the top.
What else we got over here, Calvin? We're going to get into that.
We'll get into this later.
Okay.
But we got signature ribs, no sauce. We don't need no sauce, so that's why we call ourselves Smoke Bayou. And we got, the chicken with the sausage, and we display some of our sides. The baked beans, we put meat in our baked beans. We got the mac, and we got smoked collards.
Smoked collards.
Smoked collards.
Is that a Calvin original?
That's a Calvin original.
That's a Smoke Bayou original.
That's smoked Bayou. We also do smoked cabbage.
So talk to me, Calvin. Tell me, we're going to talk about the food in a second. How did Smoke Bayou come to exist? It's so popular. The people who know about it, they know and they are loyal and faithful and they love it. Why?
I don't know.
Well, tell me, how did this come to? How did you get into cooking? Have you always been a cook?
I always been a cook, but I was forced into cooking from when I got sick with malaria, yeah.
But talk to me, let's play some of those videos we've got. This is you, when was this?
That was 2006.
Okay, so you've always been the guy cooking stuff.
Cooking at work, cooking all for the guys and everything, so I always been cooking.
You've always been cooking. I love to see this kind of stuff that you would just pull up with a pot and people are eating good. They feel like they're eating good. Bless you, don't have to buy lunch. Now, I really like this picture because you told me that was in Africa. Talk to me about this story.
I was in Africa 2020 when I got home during the pandemic. My health started to decline when I got back home. Went to the hospital several times. They tested me for the COVID 10 times. Kept coming back negative, and then the doctor said, the last thing we're going to check you for is malaria. Take 72 hours to get the test results back, and they sent me home. And 72 hours later, the doctor called me and said, get back here immediately. You tested positive for malaria.
And that could be fatal. So that was like a scare. It was a life-changing moment for you, was it not?
It was. While I was in the hospital, they couldn't find a medicine for me because nobody in America get malaria. So it took a while to get the medicine. They found it after 3-4 days. Then they gave it to me, and then they kept me for another 2 days just to watch me.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was in the hospital, I was just like, if I make it through this, I'm not working in a plant anymore. I'm not driving a truck. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to just start cooking. Okay.
Now play this next set of video, and we're going to talk about that. This is you on Ardenwood, is it not? With your dually truck and look like just a smoker. Is this the beginning of Smoke Bayou?
That's the beginning of Smoke Bayou.
And I love this huge rig right here. So talk to me. You got started. You almost died. You were inspired. You promised yourself, I'm gonna do this for real. And now it is its own thing. Malik Neighbors, LSU star, stopping by to visit. Throw your L's up. I love that. I love that for y'all. So talk to me about all the success you've had since you committed to it and you've been full steam ahead.
We get a lot of success with Coca-Cola. We're a vendor for Coca-Cola, Associated Groceries. We do LSU post-game meals, basketball, baseball, and football. Blue Cross Blue Shield. We just fed just about 2,000 people like 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
So I mean, it's
so you
like
gonna feed
so
me?
many to name. Oh, I'm feeding. I got a whole spread for y'all.
Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna save some of these sides and all of this for me. What do we have up here?
So right here we have a whole slab of real po' boy.
Okay, so the part that y'all didn't see was Calvin literally just pulled bones out of a whole slab of rib and threw it on a po' boy. And I just thought that was super impressive and fantastic. What else do we need to do to make this complete?
So we could just dress it. Dress it with all the nice toppings. You could go ahead and handle it yourself.
Okay.
You can put on there what you like.
Do I start with the lettuce?
Start with the lettuce.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the lettuce. Y'all can't smell it, but it smells so good up in here. What else should I put? Tell me what else I put.
So you could go with some pickles.
Some pickles, okay. You know, I always wanted to make sandwiches like this. Okay, what else?
We can hit some onions.
Okay. And if you don't like onions, that's too bad, because onions are delicious, especially on a sandwich.
And tomatoes.
And tomatoes.
You probably have to come work at the shop for a while. You're dressing it up too good.
I'm doing too good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and what else?
Now you get the barbecue sauce.
Okay.
And you can squirt some sauce on it.
That's good.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. Do you see my smile? Do you see my face?
Put that
I'm so
top
excited.
on there. And there you go.
Ooh, woo! I feel like Fred Flintstone. I want to just yabba dabba do and take a big bite of this big, huge sandwich. Calvin, if you had a message for people about why, if they haven't visited Smoke Bayou, why should they?
Hospitality. We love everyone that comes support our dream. And, you know, this is our home, so it's family. Everybody's family who crossed the threshold at Smoke Bayou.
I'm not gonna put Lit on the spot right quick, but she here. His daughter is here. She helped to put this whole spread together this morning, and I appreciate them. At Smoke Bayou, that's the logo, that's the address, 4355 Inniswald. And you see that Instagram handle right there, at Smoke Bayou. Y'all go give Calvin a follow. Go show him some love. When Love 225 returns, one last get down for one last run. We never can say goodbye, so we won't. More of Love 225 coming up for you after this.
Even when they leave from going. Don't never let them see you cry. Everything gonna be alright. This one for the ones that feel all alone. And this one for the ones that got a house but ain't got a home. And this one for the ones that feel weak but you're really strong. If you ever need a friend, just call on me. Sometimes your kid don't feel like kin. I know it's hard to believe. Have faith the size of a mustard seed. Have a lot of prayer and a little work, that's all you need. Life get hard, you better keep on going. Keep on going and keep on. Even when they leave from by your side. Oh yeah. Even when you doing right and stuff go left. Keep on going and keep on going. Don't never let them see you cry, yeah. Everything gonna be alright. I said that everything is gonna be alright, yeah. Everything is gonna be alright. You gotta keep on going and keep on going, yeah. Everything gonna be alright, yeah. You gotta keep on going and keep on going. Everything will be alright. Oh, yeah,
P.S. I was born and raised in this place, in South Louisiana, and I love it, truly. I truly believe this is the most special place in all of America. From food to culture to hospitality and so much more, there is absolutely no place like home. We created this platform, Love 225, to highlight just a small slice of that for you. And now I bid you farewell. The goal has always been show the color and culture that makes the 225 so very special. So I leave you with just one request. Go explore it, go see it, go experience all that our little corner of the world has to offer, and also show me a little love by giving me a follow at Brandy B. Harris TV across social media. I'll leave you with these 2 words. It's very simple, not hard to forget, very easy to remember. Thank you. And until next time, love you 225.